just so passionate and prayerful. And I'm just so grateful to have so many wonderful people on this team. And I'm just so grateful for this journey. I really am. So I'm going to do a little bit of a different training tonight. If you've been on one of my regular new ambassador trainings or any of the new ambassador trainings, you know that we share PowerPoint. We go over all the points for new ambassadors, but I'm going to do something a little bit different. Thank you, Amy. I'm grateful for you. A little bit different tonight. And I get asked a lot about my journey. And so I really just want to share with you guys where I was at the beginning. I want to put myself in your place, whether you just started your business or you've been doing your business for a while and you feel stuck or you just need some encouragement. I want to put myself where you are or where you are starting out in your business. So I didn't even introduce myself. If you're new, my name is Laura Ferguson. I am your upline Sapphire Ambassador, and I'm so happy to have you tonight. So basically, my story, really quickly, is when I started my Plexus business, honestly started for the business. I had been in other MLM marketing companies, and I'll tell you guys a little bit more about that throughout the call, how I was in other multi-level marketing companies. But I'm just going to tell you guys a little bit about the beginning, of my story and how I got started. So when I started my journey, when I first started, I want to tell you guys like where I was in my head. So really honestly, when I saw Melissa posting on Facebook and I decided to go in this business, it was full force for me. My why was to get out of debt. My family was struggling financially. I wanted a way to stay home with my kiddos and not have to go back to work full time. So honestly, when I first started this business, quitting was never an option for me. I never looked at it as, you know what, I'm just going to try this. And if it works, great. If not, no big deal. It was going to work. In my head, this business was going to work no matter what, because my husband looked at me and he said, if you do this, this is it. You're going back to work full time. And I was so prayerful about it. And I just felt like God was going to take care of this. So quitting was never an option. I talk about with people all the time, in my marriage, I always say, divorce is not an option for us. We're going to work it out. We're going to be committed to each other no matter what. And that's how I felt about this business. It was not an option for me to quit. So that's how I looked at it in the very beginning. So I started my products, and I tell you guys this because if you're a new ambassador or you feel like, you're just not going at the pace you want to go at, I started this business and I had such passion and excitement for these products. When I started the pink drink, for one thing, like people ask me all the time, well, what did you know about the products when you started? I feel like, I don't know enough to share with people, to share right away. I didn't know anything about any of the ingredients of the products. I didn't know how much, whatever was in the Slim and what the ingredients were, the list of ingredients in the probiotic or the BioCleanse. All I knew is that the products were making me feel amazing. And that's what I want to tell you guys, is that's all you have to know, is that what the products are doing for you. That's what people really want to know. They want to know how it's going to help them. And your passion and your story is what is going to sell these products, not how much you know about them or, how much, whatever the probiotic, why our probiotic is different than other probiotics. Yes, that will come up, but you just need to know why our products have changed your life. And so that was something that was just amazing to me in the beginning. Like I worked at a bridal shop. I worked with 15 different consultants at this store. And so I would walk into that bridal shop with my head held high. I would have my pink drink in my hand. This is just water, obviously. But I would be shaking it up and I would be drinking it in front of them. And every single girl, for one thing, they loved pink. I mean, who doesn't love pink? And they loved the fact that I was just excited about it. They were like, what is that? What are you drinking? And I just told them, I said, it's delicious. I love the way it tastes and it makes me feel amazing. I have amazing energy. You know, at that point, it had been 2 weeks. I'd lost like 3 inches and like a few pounds. And I was just excited. I was telling them all about it. I was like, oh my gosh, you're going to love it. It's done this for me. It's done that. And that's what sold the product, like what it was doing for me. They were all excited. And I remember just that day I had signed up like 8 to 10 preferred customers just from me talking and my excitement. So that's what I remember from the beginning, was my excitement and my passion for the products. Another thing I was passionate about too, that the products had done for me in the first 3 or 4 weeks, was I noticed my digestive health had been restored. I know a lot of people don't like to talk about this, but it really can change somebody's life if you start talking to people about how our probiotic and our BioCleanse works. Like, people struggle to go to the bathroom. I know it's crazy. But the girls that I worked with, you know, I would say 85% of them were having digestive issues. You know, girl talk, you know, we talked about it all the time, and they were like, yeah, I poop like once a week, or I poop every 3 days, 4 days. That's not healthy. And it's something that we need to talk about more, because if you are not going to the restroom every day, that means toxins are being built up in your gut, and you're not getting things out. And so just by me talking about how it had restored my digestive health, like, so much so that I felt like a new person. Like, I felt like I had just been transformed. I mean, that's how bad and how toxic I was inside. And so I was just sharing that with them. And so from me sharing that with them, they're like, well, I've got to get on that. Whatever you're doing, I want to feel that way. And so just that, telling them my story, was what sold the products. And so I just tell you guys this because I know that a lot of you look at it as, I've got to know this and I've got to know that, and I feel like I don't know what to share with people and I'm struggling. That's all you need to know. And you have to be a product of the product. You have to be taking these products in order to tell your story, in order to have a testimony. So I sell mostly the triplex combo and the X Factor, because that's what I take consistently and have taken consistently for 2.5 years. Like, I have not missed a day. And so that's what I sell the most of, is what I take and what my testimony is. Now, I do take the Ease products for occasional headaches, and I do have a little bit of hip pain, so I do take those. And so I do sell those occasionally too, but I'm just saying the staple products that I sell are the triplex combo and the X Factor, because I consistently take those and that's what I share. So it's huge to be a product of the product and have passion for this business is really what's going to take you to where you need to be, you know, in your business. I love this saying, people don't buy what you sell, they buy why you sell it. And that's why, like, the other stuff that I used to do, and I'll get into that here in a second, like into detail, but that's why I was not successful at it, is because I was just selling something. It was not something I was passionate about. I am passionate about these products because they've changed my life. And that's why people buy into it, is because of my story and because I am so passionate about the products. So what sets Plexus apart? Like, why is it that our company is doing so well? It's because we have products that are proving they're working for people. We have testimonies of thousands and thousands upon thousands of people that lives have been changed from our products. So that's what sets our company apart from anybody else, is that lives are being changed. And we sell a story. We don't really sell a product. We sell how these products help us. And an example of something like that is a customer that I recently have gotten. I've talked to her for about a year about the products. I mean, just on and on, just telling her this about it. And she's like, well, I do want to get skinny. And that's really what she thought it was about. She saw my post. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but my post about the BioCleanse and how the BioCleanse has really, like, changed my life. If you haven't seen that post, it's all over my Facebook wall, if you want to go check it out. But basically talking about how my gut has been restored. Well, she's not really a Facebook person. She gets on like once every, week or two. And she got on that day, and she just was scrolling through my Facebook and kind of stalking me like some of your friends I know do. And she saw that post, and she just said, I didn't realize that that's what your products did. And so she's a new customer of mine. She actually became an ambassador not too long ago. She was a customer and then flipped to an ambassador when I was telling her about the opportunity. But She has seen amazing results because I got her on the product. I've been checking in with her, making sure she's being consistent, and she is doing awesome. And it's just kind of that example of what what it's about. It's about a story. It's about her getting on the products and seeing amazing results. And now she can share the products with other people and change people's lives and people in her life. They can have their own story as well. So I love that, that she did that. And you'll learn about the products over time. Like, you can research about the products. You can go to YouTube. Alme Darling has some amazing YouTube videos about our products. You can go and search our knowledge base and learn all about our products and everything that they have. But why I want to tell you guys this is, don't let not knowing enough about the products hinder you from sharing these products with people, because they are changing people's lives. And once you get on them, you'll see what I'm talking about. You're going to start seeing how they're going to help you as well, if you haven't started already taking the products. So multi-level marketing. What about multi-level marketing do you need to believe? Why is Plexus different? So I did all different multi-level marketing companies. If you know my story, I did about 6 different ones before Plexus. I sold jewelry, I sold makeup, I sold handbags, I sold skincare, I sold it all. And the thing about it is, I was selling this stuff, but there was nothing coming in return. Like, I was not getting anything in return. I would just go and do parties. I would be worn out. I would come home. I would go to a party for 2.5 hours, come home and be worn out, because I'd have to go and under the computer and enter everybody's order and handle everybody's money, go to the bank, put it in the bank. And I was exhausted, and it was just it wasn't fruitful. Like, it was not producing anything. Even though I was putting in so many hours a week, I wasn't seeing anything in return. And that was the other companies that I worked for, and why it was so hard for my family, because I'd be gone away from them till 9 at night, and then entering orders till 10 or 11, and do that like 2 or 3 times a week. And it just wasn't bringing in the income. And so I tell you guys that too, because why Plexus is so different, why our company is so different, is because there's no inventory that you have to carry. There's no parties that you have to have. Our products really honestly sell themselves. We have a consumable product that people need every month. People didn't need my jewelry every month. They didn't need my skincare every month. Maybe every 3 months, they were looking for their skincare or their makeup or whatever, but it wasn't a consumable product that they were needing every month. And that's what makes our products different, is it's consumable. It's something that they're going to need every single month. And so that's what sets our company apart. And I want you to be confident about that. Is that you work for a company that has products that are changing lives, and it's consumable. People need these products every month. You go to a nutrition store, if you were buying probiotics before Plexus, even though ours are the best, you were purchasing those. That was a 30-day supply. You were purchasing those every single month, and it's something that you were taking every month. And that's what I'm saying, is that we need these products every single month. And so it's consumable, and that's what makes it so successful too. Plus, our compensation plan, I'm going to go into the compensation plan here in a little bit, but our compensation plan is so much better than any other multi-level marketing company. And the reason I can be confident in that is because I've been in other multi-level marketing companies. I would spend $500 on inventory and not make anything, really. I might make enough, a little bit on a party, but then I would just be purchasing products back. I wasn't putting the money in the bank for sure. So our Plexus money goes straight into our bank account. It's such a blessing to see that money come in, and then all we're purchasing, it's so inexpensive. You can be confident when you talk to people about this opportunity, because it's $34.95 to start our business. Seriously, $34.95. I really don't even think you can go out to eat for that anymore. Like, it's so expensive to go out to eat now. So $34.95 for a whole year is so inexpensive. And the return on that investment is incredible. The return on my investment has paid for itself over 5,000 times. It's incredible since I started. So, you can be confident in telling people, because people are like, well, it's too expensive. Well, it's $34.95, and you pay for your product that you're going to take anyway. It's because you have to be a product of the product. So That completely flies out the window. I never even worry about that objection at all. It's too expensive because I never even, it's it's just a no-brainer, $34.95. So you can be confident in multi-level marketing in Plexus because it is a company that works, and that is amazing. Let's see. So another thing from the beginning that I had that I think was really huge in my success, kind of like I was saying before, is belief in the products. And belief in our company. Like if you have belief, if you start these products and you really feel really amazing, you're going to have belief. And that's what's going to drive your business, is the belief in these products and in this company. I had huge belief, and then also passion for the business. I mean, when I first started, I was sharing and sharing and sharing with everybody I knew. Melissa had given me a goal to reach. She said, reach this and, you'll make this amount of money. And I was like, okay. But I really didn't think of it as a number in my head, like reach 500 and you'll make 25%. I was thinking just share with as many people as I can. And I knew that the more people I shared with, the more successful I was going to be. And so my very first month in November of sharing the product, that full month, I was able to sell $2,700 worth of Plexus. That was just from my passion. And there really wasn't one person that I came across that I did not talk to about the product. And so from that $2,700, my very first paycheck was a huge blessing for our family. I'll never forget that first paycheck was about, probably a little less than $1,200. And I'll never forget that first paycheck. It was able to pay for both of our car payments and some of our bills. And I just looked at Brad, my husband, and I was like, I think this is it. I mean, it's got to be it. And I almost told him, I was like, I feel like I'm stealing from this company because it was that amazing to just share a product with people and have so much passion and then get paid for it. Like we get paid to share our passion with people and how these products are changing our lives. So it was life-changing for us, just that very first paycheck. And then it just kept getting better and better and better. And then once I had my husband in on it, then we were soaring. And so that first month I made that $1,200 and we were able to bless our family tremendously. And then it just, like I said, it just kept getting better and better. And then I wasn't just selling the products, I was also sharing the opportunity because like Melissa always says to us, people are desperate for our products, but they're also desperate for this opportunity. They're desperate to make an extra income. And even if I could get somebody on my team that needed this opportunity and they could make an extra $300-400 a month that was going to help their family, groceries for the month, or a car payment, I wanted to do that. I felt like they deserved to know about the opportunity as much as they deserved to know about our awesome products. And so there really wasn't anybody I didn't share about the opportunity because it was life-changing for us. Brad and I were struggling so much in debt. I mean, we were in debt so much, and we were doing the Dave Ramsey and we were doing the debt snowball, but we just felt stuck, and we just weren't making that extra income that we needed in order to pay off of our debt. And finally, God put Plexus in our lives, and we just every month, when we got one of those Plexus paychecks, I would say 80 to 85 and almost 90% of my Plexus paychecks went towards debt for the first almost year and a half of my business, which, that's not, you want success and be able to buy things. But for our family, we were in such bad debt that just was not something that we could do at the time. It wasn't, so we were paying off debt. And I will say within a year and a half, we had all of our debt paid off. It was a lot of debt. It wasn't a little amount of debt. It was a lot of debt. And so that first year and a half, we were able to pay off all of our debt because of Plexus and Dave Ramsey, which is amazing. And I recommend if you are in debt that you definitely do his plan because he is life-changing. But because of Plexus and everything that it did for us, our family, financially, we were able to do that. And I'm just so very grateful. So very grateful for that. So in saying all of that, I think I wanted to make some points to you in what really has helped me in my business. And I talked about belief. I talked about passion for these products. But another thing that really helped me, especially when I first started, was duplication. I wanted to duplicate everything that Melissa, my sponsor, was doing because I saw her success. And so that's what I want you to know a lot when you're on, if you're on this call tonight, especially if you're new, is I want you to find somebody to duplicate, whether it's me, whether it's your sponsor, whether it's your sideline, whoever it is that you see that's successful in this business. I want you to find them and I want you to duplicate what they're doing. When I say duplicate, I mean, look at the way they're posting, watch their post. You know, on our team page, I mean, you definitely want to be involved in this business as much as you can. Duplication is key. So I looked at Melissa and pretty much I mean, it sounds crazy, but for the first 4 months, I copied pretty much everything she did. Now, I didn't share her post. I just watched the way she posts and I shared my own thing, but I did it in a way that she was doing it, you know? And so I knew she was successful. So I was just kind of watching the way she was posting. And I will say when I first started my business, it was a lot more salesy. And now what we teach, which you have to do, is you have to engage your audience and you have to draw them in with your story. And so we don't share a whole lot of graphics anymore. We share how the products have helped us. And so you definitely want to engage your audience and get as much engagement out of them as possible. And so commitment is another thing. So duplication, and the next thing is commitment. So like I said at the beginning, I was committed to this business no matter what. There was no quitting. It was not an option to quit for me. And so I committed every single day to posting on Facebook. Now, when I say that, I don't mean that I was posting just Plexus. I mean, I was posting every day so I could get my audience watching me. And so, you know, I'd post about the kids or whatever. I would I would engage my audience with some kind of engaging post like, I got a new hat today. What do you think about it? And, you know, it's just getting people to say, oh yeah, I like that, or I don't like that. And I would get like, 60 comments on that one post. But when you're engaging people and you're getting people to comment on your post, then it's getting people to look at your other posts. And so of course I'm making Plexus posts as well. So it's getting all my non-Plexus people to look at my post as well. So engaging people is super important, as well as posting, committing to posting about Plexus as well every single day. Because I have a lot of people that start out and they're like, I don't know, I feel like I'm bothering people. I feel like I'm annoying people. You have to remember, you're not doing something to people when you post on Facebook. You're doing something for them. We have an opportunity, guys, that's changing people's lives. Like, we have products that are helping people get off medications. We have an opportunity that's helping people get out of debt, kind of like it helped us. It's helping people financially. So you're not bothering people, you're helping people. And if you take it with that mindset, then it's going to change your business. I had somebody reach out to me and she says, I just don't know. I feel like I'm just forcing people to do it. I feel like I'm just bothering people. You're not bothering people. You're helping people. Every time you make a post on Facebook of how the products have helped you, there is somebody out there, whether they reach out to you or not, that you are going to help. They're going to reach out to you. I promise. You have to stay consistent though. You have to continue to post. It can't be, I'm going to make a post today and then, 4 days from now, I don't want to annoy people too much. So 4 days from now, I'm going to post again. No, you have to stay consistent, because those people that are watching you, they want to know that you're consistent. They want to know that this is real to you. They want to know that these products that you're sharing are truly changing your life. And if they are, then it's not something that you're just going to skip off on and you're just going to share once a week. No, you're going to share about it every single day because it's changing your life. And so commitment and consistency in posting on Facebook is by far probably one of the biggest reasons for my success in this business. And Facebook has been probably, I would say 95% of my success is posting on Facebook. I have people that have watched me for 2.5 years that reach out to me now and they're like, I've watched you for over 2 years and I'm ready. I'm looking into Plexus now. I'm like, whoa, what took you so long? it just blows my mind, you know, that it takes people that long, but it was because of my consistency. And people will tell me, they're like, I have a ton of other people that, you know, friends that sell plexus. I just see you. And I'm not even really that good friends with them. It's somebody that I added like 6 months ago or whatever, but they're like, I just see your consistency in posting, and I just wanted to reach out to you because I see that you're successful, and I wanted to follow somebody or join someone that's successful. And so that's a big deal, because you could be friends with somebody right now. You could be friends with somebody right now that's interested in plexus, and because you don't post enough, they're going to go with somebody else. And that stings. I have a girl that I'm sideline sisters with, and she was telling me a story about one of the girls on her team. She's like, you know, sharing every now and again about plexus. She's like, once a week she'll share about it. And she was telling her family one day, she's like, yeah, I do plexus and I do that. And her sister looked at her, she goes, you do plexus? I didn't even know. She goes, I just signed up under somebody else. You didn't tell me. She wasn't sharing with her own family. I mean, she was that worried about offending people, you know. So it's like, I tell you that story because it's like, we have to be passionate, and we have to share, and we have to be consistent in our posts on Facebook, because if those people that you're close to are looking at this and you're not being consistent, they might go with somebody else. And that's a hard pill to swallow if your own sister doesn't join your team because you're too afraid to share the opportunity with her. So that's a real story. I promise you it is. Let's see. So commitment is huge, 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 huge in this business. It's also really cool. One thing I wrote here that I wanted to share with you guys too is it's really cool to know that you are the CEO of your own business, guys. Listen, I see a lot of you, y'all, we're laying in our bed. This is my bedroom, okay? These are my pajamas. I have my pajamas on right now. I have a pillow over me. I'm barefoot. I'm, you know, working from my bed, training y'all. This is an opportunity that people dream of. You know, there are people on our team that are desperate, that have an 8-to-5 job, that go into work every day and go in hour traffic, and they drive home in hour traffic, don't get home till 6:30, are exhausted, and then have to repeat that every single day until the weekend. And they're like, TGIF, thank goodness it's Friday. You know, and I have some of you on the call right now that are that same way. And I have people that reach out to me, they're like, I am desperate to stay home with my kids. I am desperate to not have to go back to work on Monday. What can I do? And I am giving you guys these tools. That is my dream, to help y'all be where I am, because I see the freedom in it. I see that I have this business that I work from the comfort of my own home, and I see what it does for my family, and the fact that I make a 6-figure income and I can do it from my house, and I can pick up my children from school every day. I don't have to go in rush hour traffic. I can be there for my children's any type of sporting events that they have, their practices, or whatever it is. I don't miss those things. And I desperately, if you are on this training tonight and you are listening right now, I desperately want this opportunity for you. If you want to get out of your full-time job, this opportunity is possible for you. It is possible for you to get out of that full-time job in the grind of working for someone else and being the own CEO of your own company. It is possible. I promise you. 2.5 years ago, I drew my line in the sand. I said, I don't want to go back to work. I don't want to I was going to be a full-time teacher. I know a lot of you on here don't know my story, but I was going to go back to work to be a full-time teacher. I was going to go back to school. I hated school. I don't consider myself a book smart person. And so it was like, I was sweating thinking about it. Like, I would get on my knees to God and I would be like, God, I know you don't want that for me. I know you know how much I struggled through school. It took me 5.5 years to graduate from college. I hated every single minute of it. And I did not want to go back to school to do that. So I just prayed out to God and I was like, give me an opportunity that will help our family financially, but not only that, will bless other people. And what's magnificent in that, and I love that word because it just kind of explains my journey over the first year of my business, is I was going to go back to school to be a full-time teacher. In that very first year of selling Plexus, I made a little bit more than a full-time school teacher does. And so it just showed God's hand in it. And he was like, you know what, Laura, this is it. This is your opportunity. You don't have to go back to school. You can work from home. You can be home with your kids. You can still lead that Bible study that you are so passionate about and that I put in your life 7 years ago. That is not something that you're going to have to quit. You can still volunteer with your husband and do Meals on Wheels, which is something we're extremely passionate about. And so I'm so passionate about this opportunity. And I want you to know that if you are on this tonight, it is possible for you too. I promise you that. You just have to put in the work it takes to get there. This business will work if you work your business. I love that quote because it's so, so true. A lot of people sit back and they're like, okay, she said that, I could post on Facebook and I could make money, so we're good. I'm just gonna make my daily post and not do my daily follow-ups and do my Frank's list, and we're gonna go over that here in a minute. But yes, this opportunity will work if you work. If you're working a full-time job right now and you're like, I don't know if I have time for this business. I work 8 to 5, and I get home and I'm exhausted. Guys, 30 minutes a day, consistently every day, working this business, doing your emails, working smart, will help you be successful in this business. You don't have to work 3-4 hours a day to be successful in this business. You just have to consistently, if you're going to put in 30 minutes, an hour to this a day, wake up 30 minutes earlier or go to bed 30 minutes later, then this business will work if you are consistent with your business. And so we're going to go over, what you need to do when you first start. But another thing I did too was sacrifice. I had to sacrifice a lot in the beginning. Brad and I loved our daily television shows. We kind of like to sit on the couch and do our own thing. But I had to sacrifice that if I wanted this business to work. And that's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to put in the sacrifice. If you're not a morning person, you don't like to wake up early, pray about it. Say, I've got to get up early and do my emails and do my follow-up and, reach out to people that need this opportunity. And sacrifice was really big in the beginning. I'm going to share my screen and kind of go into a little bit of training with you guys. I just wanted to share with you guys my journey because I really feel like it will help you guys, and I have a lot of people that ask me about it too. So let's see if it'll let me share my screen. So I'm not going to do the whole PowerPoint because I really don't want to keep you guys all night long. I could really, honestly, I could talk because I have so much passion about this business. I could talk all night long, but I'm not going to keep you guys all night. I already talked a lot about duplication. I talked a lot about commitment already. And so let's see, we're going to go straight into follow-up. Okay, so team pages. So you are going to, when somebody shows interest in the products, okay, what you're going to do is you're going to add them to our health and weight loss testimonial page. This page is amazing, guys. You can add anybody to this. If somebody shows interest in our products, in our opportunity, you can add them to this page. There's a search file that they can go to, and they can type in any type of search they want. Say they're wanting to search Hashimoto's or hot flashes or diabetes or whatever. There's a search engine you can go to, and you can pull up different testimonials, and if it's something that you are pulling up for them, you can tag them in the post and they can go and read it. It's a really great resource for us, and I recommend every single person be added to that. Of course, you're going to ask to send them, get their email address, and you're going to send them, some information about Plexus. I would keep it as short as possible. I wouldn't send them a huge email. I would just send them a private message or email about how the products are helping you and what products you recommend and all that. So I would definitely do that. So you're not going to give away any information on Facebook. So if somebody comments on one of your posts and says, hey, what's this Plexus stuff about? I'm really interested. You are going to say, well, I'm going to private message you. I'm excited to talk to you about that. And what's going to happen is the other people that see that post, they're going to be like, well, private message me too. It's happened to me. Like, I've had a post and people are like, oh yeah, I want to know about that. Well, people are like, oh, she's private messaging them. I want to know what she's private messaging. Maybe she'll private message me. So that's why you don't give away all the information on the post. This is something I really train on because it's critical, because if you give away all that information on the post, there's no reason for anybody else to reach out to you. So you definitely want to say, I'll private message you. And you're going to get a lot of comments from that. I just know it. Follow up is key. I'm going to go over a slide here in a minute. Guys, follow up is like essential in this business. You know, if you reach out to somebody and let's say, you know, 2 or 3 weeks, you're not following up with them, guys, they're going to fall off. They're either not going to be interested anymore or they're going to go to somebody else. You have to follow up. Follow up is key. And I keep running lists. And so I keep lists of inquiries, people that have reached out to me about Plexus. And then I'll go through and I'll make sure, you know, within 3 or 4 days, I'll follow up with them, continue to follow up. Another really good reason to follow up with people too is if we're doing any kind of incentive that Plexus is doing. Let's say we're offering 10% off that month. Follow up, hey, Plexus is offering 10% off. I know you were interested in the triplex combo. I'd love to get you started. Follow up with those people, even if people like it. My rule is if they like your post 3 times, you're going to write their name down. And on the third like, the third or fourth like, you're going to reach out to them. Hey, I noticed you're liking my post. I would love to send you some more information on how amazing our products and our opportunity is. Would you like to receive more information? And most people, honestly, guys, when I send them that, they're like, yeah, of course I want more information on that. And then go for no's. You know, you always want to go for no's as much as you can. People are going to tell you no, but no always means not now. I have a ton of people that have told me no that have come back and either joined my team or become a customer. So you definitely want to go for those no's as well. But don't take them off your radar. Potentials, of course, you want to keep track of your potentials and don't let them fall through the cracks. If it's a potential and you haven't followed up with them for a while, continue to follow up with those people. You know, follow up is key. Sales statistics. So there's just some statistics about follow up. And a lot of you have already seen this, and it's so true. I know it because the past 2.5 years, I've seen it happen in people's businesses. So it just says, you know, right there at the top, but I wanted to share mainly the bottom. 2% of salespeople are made on the first contact, okay, or 2% of sales. 3% of sales are made on the second contact. 5% of sales are made on the third contact. 10% on the fourth, but get this, 80% of sales are made on the 5th to 12th contact. What does this teach you? It teaches you to never stop following up. People will ask me on my team, well, what's too much? Then I follow up with people. What's too much? What's never too much? Like, you can't follow up with somebody too much. I mean, especially like if they haven't answered you back, just continue to follow up. You never know. They might be going through something in their life, you know, that they can't control. And it's just something that they can't control right now. But if you consistently following up with them, eventually they're going to tell you either, hey, listen, I'm not interested anymore, but thanks for following up. Or they're going to, most of the time, they're going to tell you, oh yeah, I've been meaning to get back to you. I'm sorry, I've been busy with this. But you never stop following up with people because you just never know their situation and you never know the customer or the ambassador that you're going to get from it. So follow up is so key in our business. Know it all. We talked about this. Guys, there's so many resources for us to learn about our products and learn about our compensation plan. There's conference calls. You can go to YouTube and you can just search. Sonia Dudley's amazing. She's really helped me in my business. Our Diamond Upline, Melissa Eichenhorst, has some amazing trainings that you can go. Ame Darling that I mentioned before, her product videos are amazing. She has a great triplex combo video that is just awesome that explains the triplex combo and how it works. I definitely recommend you looking her up. Monthly opportunity meetings, guys. If we have an opportunity meeting, if it's online or if it's in person, go. Do not skip out on these meetings. This is what's going to build your belief in our products. And if you can get guests there, I can promise you they will sign up. And more than likely the opportunity, because we usually lead with the opportunity and then the products. If you're new to this, guys, that's another thing that I think helped me in my business is I was not really afraid of those meetings. The first 3 or 4 opportunity meetings that I held were in my home. They call them more sip-and-sees now because it's you have your family and friends over and neighbors or whatever just to tell them about the products and taste the pink drink. It's real casual. Guys, I'm telling you, it will change your business. I've been to a few here recently, and it just, for one thing, it'll get you out of your comfort zone and talking about our opportunity and our products, but it'll also get your friends and family interested. And in a home environment, they're so much more comfortable in talking to you when they're in your home, talking to you about it. And so I definitely so recommend that you do these sip and sees and get, we call it a launch party, get the word out there that you're sharing these amazing products. And so I did this at the beginning. I had 20 people in my house, the first one, then 40, then 60. And then I'm like, I cannot fit 60 people in my home. For one thing, the parking was crazy, and 60 people in my house was like, we were like sitting on the floor. It was uncomfortable. So we moved to my sister's church, and now, we don't hold meetings as much in person because we have online opportunity meetings now. But I definitely recommend you getting out of your comfort zone and hosting your own. If it's something that you need help with, reach out to your upline. If I'm your upline, reach out to me and I can help you with your first one, but it's critical in starting your business because it really will help you. Zoom trainings, you're on here tonight, and so this is important to you. I would not miss Zoom trainings. If you are available to be on a Zoom training, be on it, because it's really what's going to take you from where you are to where you want to be in this business. Convention is coming up. It is coming up here June 12th through the 16th. I'm super excited. It's in Las Vegas. We have 12,000 people that are attending convention, which is crazy to me because the first one I went to, there was like maybe 5,000 people, and that was crazy big to me. But just to know that we had a wait list and there's going to be 12,000 Plexus ambassadors, like-minded ambassadors, it's going to be powerful and it's going to be amazing. And if you're not going, there's going to be tons of pictures and tons of information. We're going to have a new product that's coming out that's so exciting, and I cannot wait to share with you guys because it's supposed to be a life-changing product. So I cannot wait. Team pages are critical. You definitely want to add your people to the team pages. It's where they're going to find all their information. We do fun contests every month where it gets them engaged, and they're just going to love the contest. I mean, the team pages. You have to add them to that. Back office resources. We have a ton of resources in our back office, so definitely add them or definitely get them engaged in the back office as well, and knowing how to do that. Your upline can help you with back office questions and things like that. We talked a lot about this. You reap what you sow. Hard work, determination, consistency is key. You have to love what you're doing. I am passionate about this business. I am passionate about my team. I love my team. I will do anything for them. And so it duplicates down. And honestly, guys, your influence on others is key, is so important. And so you just have to always be positive in your business because your influence is huge. And so I always tell people, this really has nothing to do with this slide, but negativity is out the door when you become a Plexus ambassador. You have to stay positive because you are influencing a lot of people into this business and these products. So you have to stay positive all the time. Commitment is key. Stay steady. Do not ride the emotional roller coaster. So many things up and down in this business. It's just the way it is. It's sales. We don't call it sales because I don't feel like I'm selling anything ever. But it is. I mean, and you just have to stay steady and stay sharing because you will reap the rewards. This is an example of a post that I have made recently that has gotten a lot of attention, and I kind of just wanted to share it here because it's one of those posts that really scared me at first because it's really kind of out of my comfort zone to share something like this because it is about my gut, and I didn't say the word poop in here, but the good thing about this post that I wanted to share with you guys is I don't say Plexus one time, which is good because what I want to say is you don't have to say Plexus in your post. People know if you're sharing this opportunity and these products, they know what you're talking about. So you don't have to necessarily say it, but you can read what I wrote. I basically talked about my gut health and how it's just been transformed. And, I was diagnosed with polyps at 21, and my life has been changed by this product. And so I just shared that. This post has been shared over 60 or 70 times. And so I just share this because it just is kind of an example of a post that you could do. I like to tell my team to post a picture of yourself. People love to see pictures of you. It's hilarious. Like, selfies have been like probably the number one thing that I have started that I never did before Plexus. And I get made fun of a lot. Like my sister's constantly making fun of me for posting selfies, but it's what engages people. Like people like to see pictures of you. And so instead of posting a little graphic about BioCleanse, I grabbed my bottle and just took a picture of myself with the bottle. And so because of that, I think people stop and read what you have to say because they see a picture of you with this product and they're like, I wonder what she has to say. So it's just about engaging your audience. It really, really is. Product knowledge, guys, there's so many resources about product knowledge. I could go on and on about it, but there's so many resources that I don't really need to go over the products because there's just too many resources out there for you to go and research the products on your own. And we have the product knowledge, we have the product cards in our success kits now too. Talked about that. I don't want to keep you guys too long. This is the income disclosure. You guys can look this up on my team page. A little bit about the compensation plan. Again, you can get with your upline about the compensation plan, but it really is above any other compensation plan. So the first $100 that goes through your website is put back into the company. So that's the first $100. Anything you sell over that $100 to $499, Plexus is going to pay you 15% of that, which is wonderful. Once you get to 500, which I'll always tell my team, I'm like, get to 500 and they're going to pay you 25%. And that's always my goal for my team. Like, get to 500 and they're going to pay you 25%. Anything over that is just really great. So get to 500 and that's always my goal. And then also preferred customer bonuses was huge when I first started. So I never ever recommend any customer signing up any other way. Like retail, I don't even recommend it. Like I'm like, that's not even really an option to sign up retail. I just tell people, our products, there's a 60-day money back guarantee. You're going to get 10% off. There is no reason not to sign up as a preferred customer. I can call or I can go online and cancel it for you. You get a 60-day money back guarantee and you get to try our products really risk-free for 60 days. So honestly, retail is never really even an option. I get, preferred customers because for one thing, as an ambassador, you get a preferred bonus. Every single product that preferred customer orders, you get a bonus on. So for instance, the triplex combo, you get a $20 bonus every time that combination goes through your website. That person orders. Those bonuses can really, really add up. And so instead of like going over this in detail, the compensation plan, I was just going to tell you guys how you can make a really good amount of money right away. So your goal is to do 500 in your first month. So let's say you get to 500 PV. Okay, so Plexus is going to pay you $125. That's $125 just for getting to 500. That doesn't count your preferred bonuses. Let's say every single customer that you signed up and you got to 500, let's say you have 4 preferred customers that ordered the triplex combo. That's $80. Well, right there, I'm horrible at math. I told you I was not book smart, but that's close to $200. So a little over $200 that you've made in preferred bonuses and your retail commissions. Another goal that we have for you guys in Plexus in your first month, why not, is to find 3 people to join you in this business. So you're going to find 3 people to join you. And when you find 3 people, that means you go silver. That's our first step in the stair-step graphic. That means you get a $100 bonus, okay? So I just told you made a little over 200. That's a $100 bonus for going silver for finding 3 people. That's a little over $300 that you've already made for finding 3 people, getting to 500 and having those preferred bonuses. That doesn't even include our pay points. So the pay points is really what sets our company apart from any other compensation plan out there. So Plexus pay points, how they work is 50% of profits are paid back to the company, okay? And 50% of the profits are paid back to their ambassadors. It's profit sharing is what it's called basically. And so Plexus, every month they come up with a pay point. And the pay point value is usually on average about $3 a pay point. So if you have 3 people that have joined your team, all 3 of those people become commission qualified, which means they have $100 that have gone through their website. You're going to get 5 points, okay? So $3 times 5 points for 3 people, that's $45. So you've made like $345 your first month already from reaching your first goals, okay, which is to sign 3 people to get to 500 PV, and to sign everybody that you have as a preferred customer. Okay, that is great money for your first month, and that's just for reaching your goals. So this just tells you the rank advancements. You get a bonus for going gold as well. That's 100 points, $250 bonus for going gold. They pay you all the way up to senior ruby, a bonus of $750. Then it gets real when you reach jewel status and emerald. You don't just get a one-time bonus, you get a pool. And so you get to participate in profit sharing. And when you reach emerald, 3% of the profit sharing in the emerald pool. And then you also get a brand new spanking new car, which is awesome. And Brad and I never owned a new car before Plexus, and so our Lexus is just such a blessing for us. And then when you reach after Emerald, you reach Sapphire. So not only do I partake in the Emerald pool, but I also get 1% of the Sapphire pool. So I'm sharing in 4% of the pools now. Have 3,000 points, and it's just amazing. In the top of the company, you get 5% profit sharing. So you get the Emerald pool, the Sapphire pool, and the Diamond pool, plus you get a brand new Lexus. Like you trade in your white Lexus and you get a diamond Lexus. And so our compensation plan is amazing. And if you're new and you don't know this, but you can actually, your spouse can sign up as well once you go gold, and then you can build his business up to diamond, and you can actually re-enter under yourself once you go diamond, and you can build your business back up to diamond. So you can be a double diamond, but if you have your husband signed up, you can potentially be a quadruple diamond family, which is insane. And I know people that are working towards it, which is crazy. Right now, the highest ranked ambassador that we have is Celeste Wynn, who's my upline. I am her level 4, and she is a double diamond ambassador, and her paychecks are, they would blow you out of the water. It's crazy, the income that she's able to make through this company. It's amazing. That is jibber jabber, so I'm not going to go over that, but you can look that up in our back office. I already went over our compensation plan. Preferred bonuses are amazing. Love it. Plexus pay points, I kind of already went over this, but basically they pay us 7 levels deep. So your levels 1 through 3, anybody you personally sponsor, you're going to get 5 points for, and then your team until level 3s, you get 5 points, and then it gets less and less, but they pay us 7 levels deep, which is so generous, so generous. And they're approximately $3 a pay point. Business building bonuses, I didn't go over too much, but when somebody signs as an ambassador on your team, you're going to get a weekly business building bonus. So Plexus pays us 5 times a month. So these business building bonuses, when people join your team, so you had 3 people join your team. So let's say all 3 of those people bought a $100 welcome pack. Well, you personally sponsored those people into the business. So you're going to get $25 from those 3 people. That's a $75 check that you're going to get in the mail for that Friday, because we get paid every Friday. So that's huge. I mean, you get paid $75 for 3 people joining you. That doesn't even include your silver bonus, and it doesn't include the pay point. So, I mean, it's just crazy how amazing it is. And then you get paid 4 levels. So 3 levels up from that. So anybody that, let's say that you sponsored 3 people, and then duplication, you're going to teach them to sponsor 3. And so anybody that they sponsor, you're going to get paid on their welcome packs 4 levels down. So it's just amazing. And then anybody you personally sponsor, you're going to make a 5% override commission on them. So anything that they sell, let's say they go out and their goal is to sell $500. Well, you're going to make 5% on what they sell. And that's just for your level 1s. But that can add up as well, especially if they're goals and they're just driven and doing amazing like you're going to be. So. And then one-time achievement, I already talked about that. Fast rank bonuses, we don't talk a lot about this on our team, but you can fast rank in this company, and a lot of people are doing it. You can fast rank gold. Let's say you started yesterday your business. Well, in 30 days, if you're able to rank to a gold ambassador within your 30 days, which is sponsoring 20 people, okay, in your levels 1 through 3, Plexus will pay you a $700 bonus if you're able to find 20 people to join you in your first 30 days. A lot of people are doing it. We don't really, duplicate this down. I wish that we really taught this more, and it's something that I'm really going to kind of focus on, because I feel like if it's something I put out there that we can really start sharing and doing. But $700 bonus is huge, and so that is definitely possible in our company too, and I just think it's amazing. Also, when you go Emerald, we get to go to Maui or Hawaii every year. Brad and I are going for our second time this summer, and it's just such a blessing that we get to go to Hawaii every year together. The next year, hopefully, once I go Diamond, we'll be able to take the kiddos with us, because they give you a little bit more when you go spending money. And I already talked about profit sharing, and then I talked about all that, and then the Diamond reentry I talked about as well. Power of three is something that's huge in our business. It's something definitely I don't feel like we talk about enough, but it's critical. So I talked to you about signing 3 people. So when you sign those 3 people, what you're going to do is you're going to teach and train those people to sign 3 people, okay? And then it's going to duplicate down, because they're going to teach and train their 3 people to sign 3 people. Now, if you look at our compensation plan and you look at the levels that you have there and the points, and you look at the potential, so that's 12. So if you did this 5 levels deep, okay, that it shows that you have 243 people. If you just do this and do the duplication of 3, you have 729 points times our pay point value, which is $3. It shows you how amazing our compensation plan is and how well Plexus pays us. That's just points. That's just growing your team and the power of 3. So it just shows you how important it is to duplicate the power of 3 and find those 3, and then teach those 3 to find 3. That's one of the things that was critical when I first started this business. Is I knew that was huge, is duplicating that. What Melissa taught me is that find 3, and then they're going to find their 3, and then they're going to find their 3. Now, it's not always beautiful. You know, you're going to have people that join just wholesale and don't duplicate this. But that's why I always tell my team, you can sponsor as many people as you want. Plexus pays us infinity wide. Like, you can go as wide as you want. You can sign up 200 level ones, okay? The more level ones you sign up, the more likely you're going to get, this person's going to sign 3, and this person's going to sign 3, and that person's going to sign 3. And that's where you get the power. And then they pay us 7 levels deep. And so you can sponsor as many people as you want. So the power of 3 is something that you definitely want to duplicate down. It is a huge resource for us. So your dreams are only your dreams until you write them down. So that's one of the things that's so super important. When you get off this call, if you're a new ambassador, or if you're on this call and you're not a new ambassador, and if you've been with me for a while, I've been on our team for a while, I want you to write your goals down. Are you wanting to be a silver ambassador? So you're wanting to be a silver ambassador, you need to write your goals down. You need to find 3 people to join this business with you. So you're going to find 3. You're going to write that down. I want 3 people to join me, okay, in this business for the rest of the month. I'm going to find 3 people. And you're going to write that down. I want to get to, let's say you're going to get to $1,000 a month. If that's your big goal, because I always tell people, dream big. You know, 500 is what I tell you, but dream big. You know, say you're going to, instead of saying you're going to get to 1,000, say I'm going to share with 10 new people this week about our opportunity. And just make it a goal to share with as many people as you can, because when you share with as many people as you can, then that's when the numbers will match up too. So write your goals down. It's something that I've done from the beginning, and it is really paid off in my business. I wrote that goal down at Emerald by July 31st. When I first started, I knew that was my cutoff date for Maui. That obviously, I was still senior Ruby by that time. And I didn't hit that, but I had that in my calendar. And then, of course, the next year I hit that, and I was so excited. But I remember writing those goals down, and I saw that. I was like, you know what? I'm going to be there by this time next year. And writing your goals down is essential in this business. And your why, I didn't talk a lot about that. Y'all, your why is going to power you. It's going to power you through this business. If you're on this call and you've been with me for a while, you need to reevaluate why you want to do this business. My why has changed. It's evolved. When I first started, I wanted to pay off debt. I just wanted my family to be financially free for the first time. Brad and I, for the first time in our marriage, we'd struggled for 13 years living paycheck to paycheck. And I didn't know what it was like to be financially free. I didn't know what it was like to save for our future. And to be able to do things, pay cash for vacations. I didn't know what that felt like. And so my why has evolved and changed. And now my why is my kids. Like, I'm praying about putting Grace in a private school. She's struggling in her grades, and I love her so much. And Brad and I are finally to the place financially where we can even think about that. And so that's my why now, is that, I'm thinking about, private school's not cheap, and so it's definitely something we're going to have to pray about. Because even being a Sapphire ambassador, we're not silly with our money. We don't just blow our money just on anything. We pray intentionally still about those decisions. But it's definitely a why that I have now. And so make your why so powerful that it's what will force you to not give up in this business. And your why is, it is what's going to drive you. And so write it down, make a video of yourself telling your why, share it with your friends and family, be vulnerable with them. Tell them why you're wanting to work this business, and more than likely people will partner with you. If when your why is that powerful, they really, really will. And you have to have a strong one. You have to have one that will really bring people to tears. They always say, have a why to make you cry. And the more emotional you can get, and the more emotional it is, the more people will be, relate to you and really be pulling for you and praying for you for sure. So that's it. I know it ran, I hate when it runs over an hour, but I wanted to open it up really quickly because I know we have some people on here that are new that could possibly have questions for me. So I wanted to open it up really quickly to questions. If anybody is on here and has questions for me about anything, really honestly anything, and if I don't know the answer, I can get it for you. So I'm opening it up to questions now. So I'm going to stop sharing. Does anybody have any questions for me? You can type out your question if you aren't comfortable unmuting yourself. And if you do have a question, you do have to unmute yourself at the bottom in the microphone. Anybody have any questions? One thing that I didn't really go over that I really wanted to go over with you guys, it wasn't on my slideshow, and you're going to get this in your success kit, is make sure you're doing your Frank's list, that you have your Frank's list out and you're constantly adding people to it. And once you add people to your Frank's list, if you don't know what that stands for, it's friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, kids connections, and social events. I think, I can't believe it. I didn't know I had that memorized. I guess I did. But those, that Frank's list is something that you're just constantly doing, because you're going to be crossing people out that you've gotten into the business, or adding people, and then you're going to add them to your Facebook page. Constantly. This was one thing that I did not go over that I really wanted to stretch. You have to increase your audience daily on Facebook. I would say 40% at least or more of the people that I've added to Facebook since I started have contacted me about Plexus. So it is so important. Let's say your cousin in Vermont that you haven't talked to in 10 years has a Facebook page and they're not friends with you on Facebook. Add them to your Facebook page. Yeah, no, seriously. Like, you have to add people daily to your Facebook page. It is critical, because I have a lot of people that are like, I don't have anybody liking, my posts or seeing my posts. Well, that's why you just have to continue increasing your audience and new people seeing your post daily. Did somebody have a question?
I don't have a question, but I'm super excited. You made me so excited about this.
Oh, good.
Because I'm about the money too. Oh, wait, you can't even see me. Sorry, and I just got off work, so don't judge me. Hi.
Okay.
But yeah, you made me super excited because I'm not really like much about health. Like, more I've learned about the products. Now I'm kind of like, oh, okay, it is good. But I'm about the money.
Yeah.
And just like you said at the very beginning, you put it in your mind, like, hey, this isn't something I'm trying out. This is what I'm going to do. And that encouraged me so much, because yesterday was a bad day. And I was like, man, I just can't do it. And then you just totally turned it around for me. So I'm super excited.
Oh, good, Casey. I'm so excited. It's so true. It's like this business is so incredible. And if you just put out of your mind that quitting is even, it's not an option. It's just not. Like this business is so incredible, and these products are changing so many lives, and this opportunity that I just share. I want to shout it from the rooftops. I really do, because it's just changing so many people's lives. And so, yeah, quitting was never an option for me. And, you know, it's something that I'm just really passionate about. So thank you for sharing that. Thanks, Casey. I'm excited to watch your journey.
Well, thank you. I'll be a diamond real quick.
Yay.
No.
I can't wait. Let's see, Stacy, how has there been any update on when the success? I know, yes. Honestly, Stacy, there has not been an update. I am assuming that when we go to convention, there's going to be some talk about it. And so I'll get an update for sure for you. I think they're still trying to catch up from all the new ambassadors that we've added. And the success kits were a lot more work than they ever anticipated, I think. And so they're such an amazing tool for us, and I wish I had my hands on one, because mine is empty. I wanted to go over it with y'all tonight, but I've given everything in it away. So trust me, I want to purchase another one too. So y'all's success kits, if y'all have not gone into your success kit and looked inside of it and seen the resources, guys, I didn't have that when I started. Stacy didn't either. I mean, we didn't have this when we started, these success kits, and it will change your business. There's every single resource that you need is in that success kit. It's amazing. And so I love them. Yeah, I'm jealous of them too, Stacy. I completely agree with you. So jealous. So there's 21 people on here. I know somebody else has something. You guys are all good? I'm trying to see if there's anything else I wanted to cover that I did not cover. We talked about goals, follow-up. We talked about all that. Is there
I totally missed what you're talking about a kit. Like, you just get, where does that come from?
Okay, it's your welcome kit that you get.
Oh, so it comes in the welcome pack.
Your success.
Okay, because my UPS just said that my Plexus got here tonight, but I haven't been to my mom's to go get it, so I haven't seen it. But yeah,
no, it's a success kit. So it's a kit that comes with your products, but it basically is every tool you need to start your business off. I would get that success kit out and kind of just go through it, and it's just a guide to help you with your business. I mean, it's an amazing tool. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. So it's
okay. So, cause my daughter's first birthday is on Sunday, and I was thinking about like putting like a table and like a shirt, or like a couple shirts or something, because our friend like does the labeling shirt or whatever you call it, embroidery. Yeah. And kind of like with the slim, and like let everybody see that. That's a good idea. Will that success kit kind of like guide me on exactly what to say to people? Because everyone's different.
There's a lot of resources in there that are going to help you and what to say to people for sure.
Oh, cool. That's super. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you'll love it.
Crystal, if you hear that.
Yeah, you're gonna love this success kit. It's got some product cards in there, so it tells you some talking points on how to talk about the products too. So there's really every resource you need. We didn't have that when I first started, and so that's why I wanted to tell you guys my story, because all I knew is how amazing the products were when I first started. I didn't really have much resources when I started my business. So it's the tools that we have now are amazing.
So. Perfect. Cool.
Let's see, if I can buy these at convention, I will get you one, Stacy. Who said that? I don't know who said that. Somebody said they're going to buy you one if they're available at convention. They might be available at convention. I don't know who said that though. It's somebody from their iPhone. Oh, it's Tanya. Tanya said she's going to buy you one if they're available. That's super nice, Tanya Maddox. So yeah, that's it, guys. Unless y'all want me to go over something else. It's kind of late, and I don't want to keep you guys any longer. It's 9:40. I'm so excited about y'all starting your businesses, go strong, get out there, be consistent, start posting on Facebook. If you need help with your first Facebook post, if you haven't made that yet, reach out to your upline. They can help you. Guys, this business is amazing, and it can take you from where you are to where you want to be. I can promise you that. I have 100% belief in each and every one of you. So anyways, I love you guys, and y'all have an amazing night, and go Plexus. Bye, guys. So sweet. Thank you, Lindsay.